This is a quick review and how-to for the VERSMELO wireless dog fence. There are timestamps if you're looking for anything in particular, but I'll tell you now, I'm not going to recommend this one, and we ended up returning ours. If that's all you needed, don't forget to upvote. Let's get into how it works and why I don't think this one is worth getting. This electric fence works with just the collar, which is conceptually great. There's no need to put wires along the perimeter of your yard, which is really nice. It just works with GPS. You define the center of the circle for your boundary and how far out the circle goes, and if the dog goes too far, they get corrected. And all that's great and intuitive, so far so good. These are to make it a little more comfortable for the dog to wear. It comes with perimeter markers so the dog knows when they're getting too close to the boundary and when they're at the boundary. This piece is to test whether the shock aspect of the correction works, but there's also a buzz setting which is kind of nice. I think in my case, my dog would have gotten the memo with just the buzz instead of a full shock. Charge cable goes here, so step 1 is going to be charging it up to full. We're going to move this party outside because it's going to take some time once the collar turns on to triangulate the GPS, and it needs to be outside to do that. Hold this button on the top to turn it on, and it'll start searching for GPS. There are different sizings for these, which will reach the dog's neck to buzz or shock them for the correction. While I give it some time to find the GPS, I'm going to put these coverings on that they provide to make it a little bit more comfortable for the dog. Once it's triangulated, hold the GPS pin icon to set the center of your boundary. Then just tap the same button to set how far out the boundary goes. You can see here it is set to 45 yards out from the center as maximum range. Press the plus button to extend it and the minus button to make it smaller. This part feels pretty intuitive and easy, which is nice. As you walk, you can see how far from the center you are. I have it set to 60. So it's about to give a warning. It's not very precise on when it beeps or gives corrections, which is one of the many problems I found with this collar. Hello? Give me a warning. What the heck? There we go. In general, it will first beep as a warning and then do the correction. The first time, hence the 1 and then 2 shown on the collar. It's been hard to find a collar that checks all the boxes and doesn't have a subscription, so I went as far as doing the full setup with markers and attempted training for this one. But here's why I'm not going to recommend this collar. First, the battery only lasted a couple days. Then, when I turned it on, it seemed to need to be outside to find the GPS and took time. If it had a longer battery life where I only needed to let it calibrate every so often, or if just turning it on after charging overnight was enough, this wouldn't have been as much of an issue. But instead of being able to just let the dog out to go to the bathroom in the morning, I'm chunking the collar outside to get it working with the GPS. This seemed really inconvenient and probably would have been enough for me to return it, but the nail in the coffin for me was that it would mess up on positioning and beep and buzz at the dog when it shouldn't. When it beeped at my dog when he was at the front door, which was obviously very close to the center of the safe zone, it was time to return it. Just to give a fair shake to the pros column, it is easy to use, comes with everything you'd need, doesn't have a subscription, and doesn't require you putting down a wire perimeter. But I'm still putting this in the don't buy category. Hope this video helped you in some form or fashion, and with that, have a good one.